छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन ज़मीन आसमान झुक गया झूमता गगन मेरे झूम ले जहां ये कैसा नशा प्यार का समा वही समा झूमे आसमान होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा कैसा नशा होश है कहाँ होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा
All right.
Hey, howdy, hey, everybody. Welcome to Disney Night Live. It's Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You know what that means? It's showtime. So welcome in to my co-host. We got some new co-hosts joining in tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun here. I've got the Yankees World Series on in the background here. I've got like 5 screens in front of me. We got a lot going on, but we're going to have a great time tonight. So our co-host, Becky, did it again. She came up with another awesome topic. She keeps coming up with them, and she saves me a lot of work. And her idea for tonight's show is growing up Disney. And she thought it'd be great if we can incorporate our children, since they have grown up basically Disney, going to Disney. So I've got, my wife, Tinker Kim, our co-founder of Now That's Disney, the Facebook group. We've got our son, Colton, with us.
Hello.
Hey, bud. We've got Mike and Becky, the Disney duo, as always. And then Mike and Becky, if you guys want to do the introductions on your side.
Sure. So we have Rowan
Nice.
here,
Hi.
our middle son. And then on the other screen, we have Aiden and his fiance, Jess. And our little guy there is RJ, or Richie, whichever you want to call him. Say hello,
What's going
Richie.
on, man?
Hello. You guys okay, online.
If they know you online, yes. He goes by
Right.
CJ.
Oh,
Yeah,
CJ
Rowan
online,
follows
right.
him.
Yeah, on YouTube. So, yeah,
does he?
Colton, what is the name of your YouTube channel?
CJ the Gamer 240.
240. All right. It's changed a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, Colton has way more subscribers than we do. But we do have 100.
I'm still extremely unpopular.
Well, not as unpopular as your old man. We only have 181 subscribers. Hello to our other co-host, Jason Thomason. I saw Don and Marie watching in the chat. I'd like to say hello to Lily Johns, T9 Herman, and everybody else I see here. Excuse me. Watching in the background. Don is watching on YouTube. However you watch, we don't care, just as long as you tune in. Same with our group, Now That's Disney. I'm just checking out our Instagram page. Say hello to anybody over there. And, as always with Disney Night Live, we like to start off by, as you would call in the business, paying the bills. Although we don't get paid, we do have a great sponsor, Disney Night Live. That's us. D Magic World. Our sponsor, D Magic World, what they do for us, and it's pretty awesome, is, hi, Mary Moore. They play our full-length shows on their streaming Disney channel. So dmagicworld.com is a 24/7 streaming Disney music station where you can listen to Disney park music, Disney ride music, and Disney movie music. And so they play our shows on Thursday and Sundays at 2 p.m. and also play a lot of different ads just talking about the Facebook group. And if you go to their homepage at dmagicworld.com, you can actually link to our Facebook group. Now That's Disney there. You can also request anything you want to hear from the Disney catalog. And Jasper, who runs D Magic World, will get that on for you pertaining to the parks music, and attraction stuff. So I'm a big Tapestry of Nations fan. I'm always requesting that. That was probably my favorite parade at Epcot. So please check out dmagicworld.com. Tell them we sent you. They are our favorite people. Quick reminder, there's a new podcast episode up from Disney Night Live. Last week's episode is up this week. That's how we do it here. So last week's live show was about the Lightning Lane Premiere Pass. We talked about Disney Vacation Club, whatever, Beyond something, Beyond Burger, Beyond Magic, Beyond something. There's too many words going on in the Disney vocabulary. We also talked about the exorbitant prices over at the Cake Bake Shop, which just opened. And maybe they heard our show because this week before they opened, they dropped some of their prices. So
Yeah.
maybe we're doing something in the Disney community. I don't know. Maybe Bob Iger and folks are listening. But so yeah, check out our podcast, Disney Night Live, wherever podcasts are available. That's it for me. I'm done. So that's our upfront. So growing up Disney is our topic. Let me head over to the comment section, see what's going there. So yeah, Becky did this again. Becky, why don't you tell the folks at home what you were thinking behind this idea?
Well, I was thinking, we have the privilege of being able to take our families on vacation, specifically Disney vacations, more often than most folks do. And, I feel like our children have had different experiences that other children haven't been able to have. And they're lucky enough to be able to say that they go to Disney. There's many kids out there that have gone once or never and will never go. And they are lucky. And I feel like maybe from them doing that, we can learn a few things. They can teach them a few things and we can learn a little bit about them. I often don't ask them to, we'll talk about memories and this and that, but I don't really get down to the nitty gritty about how they feel about Disney. They just go because they had to. We made them go.
They were maybe that's a good place to start. Did any of you, Aiden or Colton, Rowan, or anyone feel forced to go to Disney when you were younger, or were you excited about it?
I was actually really excited about it.
Yeah.
Remember how you felt?
That makes sense.
Were you were excited?
The first time I went to Disney World,
Yeah.
Were you excited, or did you feel forced to go?
Like we were making you go somewhere you didn't want to go?
yeah, I felt excited. I was
Mhm.
I was about to turn 6 years old.
True. Yeah. Aiden, didn't they stuffed you in a suitcase? You had no choice.
Yeah, I was shoved down below. No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Personally,
I,
I was a little anxious at first, but after that,
Right,
I
which
realized it was something very fun.
You told me before we went live you were what, 7?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's, God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's a good age to go. Colton was 6. Rowan, how old were you? Do you remember?
Like
Well, his first time,
Two?
he would have been 2. Yeah, he didn't remember it.
2?
He wasn't even quite
Right.
2 yet. And
Yeah.
Aiden wasn't actually quite 7 yet, but almost. But that was their first time going. And then we had a little bit of a hiatus where we didn't go for a couple of years. I think it was like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, because
5 years.
that was my cancer thing. So there was like 5 years where they didn't go. So the next age, it was then Rowan, who was, I think 7 or 8. And then Aiden was, what were you, 13, Aiden, I think?
roughly.
I think he was 13 and Rowan was 8.
Oh,
Right.
that's
So
fine. Those are 2 good ages.
Mike, you went when you were younger, and Kim, you went when you were younger.
Yes.
I went once when I was younger, but that's it.
And right, I didn't go until I was 28, so I didn't grow up Disney, but I haven't really ever grown up. So
We went 3 times before I was in between, like when I was 4, 1979, and then around 8, and then again around like 12. And back then I feel like that was we were very privileged to do that. And most of my friends never went. My father really thought that it was the coolest thing when Disney World just opened and was like, we're going. And then when the last time we went, when I was about 12 as a family, Epcot had just opened, or it was like a year old. So I remember specific things about Disney, but I think the most vivid memory I have of what I loved the most was the Polynesian, which is why when me and David went back with Colton, the first time we didn't stay there. And then the second time we did. And I still got like the same vibe from the Polynesian. Like I remember being really young and being like entranced, like really feeling like I was in a magical place besides like the rides and things like that. Yeah.
Mike, how old were you when you first went?
I want to say 10, 11. And then
Right.
we would go, maybe not every year, but sometimes it was every year, sometimes it was every other year. So we went
I
quite
just
a few
want to,
times.
yeah.
It's just-
Yeah, I was older, but Lily Johns, who's watching through the Facebook group, says, my kids grew up Disney, but I did not. I started going after I was married. And Lily Johns also previously said, I love Tapestry of Nations too. I mean, who doesn't love a good Tapestry of Nations?
You know what's funny is how like the different generations, like how it comes and goes and ebbs and flows, because to be honest, after my third time going, I became a teenager. My parents got divorced. It was like I was doing my own thing in the world, and I wasn't into anything Disney at all. I wasn't into Disney movies. I don't think I watched a Disney movie probably for like 15 years. Like I didn't care to. I didn't even think about Disney anything all through my early. And when I met David and we got married and we had Colton right away, and he was like, he was an adult Disney person, a young adult. And I was like, what's wrong with him? I mean, honestly, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't want to go. I want to travel the world. And I want to, I was going to Spain and living in Spain.
I'm covering my face.
Oh, I'm
with your
sorry,
hand.
buddy.
It's completely fine.
Well,
Covering the
Colton,
star of the show.
tell your mother though that just because she wasn't into it when she was younger, like you went and then you really liked it and you wanted to go back, right?
I'm just saying that that's where my mind was. And then when we had Colton, David was finally like, can we please go to Disney? And I was like, oh, I mean, it was kind of like the first time I remember, David, I was kind of like, I guess.
I remember the exact conversation.
Yeah.
Was this like when I was just born?
Yeah. And I didn't really want to go.
Older. Right.
So I was like not into it. And it's funny because after like for our first trip, seeing it through your eyes, and then I hadn't been there in a long time. So the last time I was there was just Epcot and Magic Kingdom. I caught back all the magic, just came right back, through you. It made me really excited and love it again.
So much that we bought DVC.
Yeah.
Don, I see your question, Don, and Jason, I see your question, and good questions, because those are actually on the list of questions that Becky came up with for the show. So we're going to answer those. So because Don and Marie say the fabulous Miss Marie, and I say hi, I want to know. Don and Marie want to go on Rise of the Resistance with Rowan again. So they want to know the next time they can do that.
This year we only got to go on that ride once. I wish we could do it twice, but we didn't.
We didn't do it again when we were there in
no,
March
we
and
only did
April.
it once.
Okay. Jason says, which family tradition is the kids' favorite to do each trip, which is one of the questions. Great one. And I just thought this was cool because when I put this question up in the Disney Facebook group and asked about people growing up and when they first started going, Dawn Irvine Gagan said her granddaughter was born in Disney. Her daughter's water broke right in Ale and Compass.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
That's as pretty much as growing up Disney, I think, as you can as you
Yeah.
can
I
get.
wonder if
right?
they gave her a Disney name. I would have.
I'm hoping they threw out the chair she was sitting in. I'm just
Yeah,
it's-
for real.
you know.
He's got all of us.
All right. So I actually don't have the list of questions in front of me. I know Kim, you have Colton's, and Becky, you've probably got a list in front of you. So what's the first question on the docket?
Can I see that?
The first question is,
I'll
what
read
is
it.
your very
Hold on.
first childhood memory about Disney?
Okay, and so let's pick an order of kind of how we can go here. So do we want to start with Colton, then
I'll go
Rowan,
first.
and then Aiden, Ricky, and Jess?
Yeah, however,
that?
yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Okay. All right, Colton, you start.